What's going on, everybody? So another video here I wanted to share with you guys on how to downgrade Android Lollipop to Android KitKat on the Nexus 5. Now, I did a previous video. I showed everyone how to flash Android Lollipop on the Nexus 5 phone. And right now in this video, you can see at the lower right-hand corner, I have the Google Nexus 5 phone here running Lollipop. So we're going to downgrade and put KitKat back on the phone. I'm going to show you how to do that. Right now, I will show you that I'm using a Windows 8.1 Pro system, 64-bit. So this will be helpful if you're using a Windows computer. And as far as the phone is concerned, make sure you guys back up all your data right now, pictures, music files, all that good stuff. Don't let anything on there, because what we're going to do is wipe this phone out entirely. We're going to unlock the bootloader in order to flash the KitKat, and that possibly voids the warranty. You're going to lose root if you have it rooted for whatever reason, and anything custom you've done to it. So make sure you're good to go there before we do this. And if there's any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will provide any links that I can to be helpful in the description. Now, there's something new I'm doing, a new way of doing it with the platform tools over here in the folders, so I will show you that once we get started. So go ahead and go to Google and type in Nexus Factory Images. You want to make sure you go to the official website here, and you'll see the title at the top. Click that, you'll see factory images for Nexus devices. Now, KitKat's only available for some of them. Like, here's the Nexus 6, there's no KitKat version available. So if you have an older version like a Nexus 4, you can see that you do have KitKat available down here. So if you have a Nexus 4 device or, a Nexus 7 device, you can see that KitKat's available. So this is not only just for the Nexus 5 phone, but you can follow my method here, and this will work for you as well on other devices. Now, again, we're looking for the Nexus 5 for purposes of the video, which is right there. So all this stuff here is going to apply to me. And guys, this is just my way of doing the downgrade. There probably is other helpful videos out there, so hopefully you can do it my way here and you're successful doing it. So what you want to do is whatever applies to you here, like this one is KitKat 444. This one applies to me, so I downloaded this. What I do now is I create a folder over here per each one. So I downloaded KitKat and put that in this KitKat folder. And if this stuff here applies to you, then you would download that version. Okay, and down here at the very bottom is the latest version of Android Lollipop 5.0.1. So I downloaded that by clicking this link here, and I put that over here in that folder. So once you get those downloaded, then we can move on to the next process here. So once you get this stuff downloaded, you can go ahead and we'll start with the KitKat one right here. I'm going to double click that. What I did is download that, and it looks like this here. You can see it's got like 3 little books because I have something called WinRAR. Over here you can see the name there, WinRAR, on my computer, and that is for extracting zip files. So you can right click on that and actually click extract files here, and you can download one called 7-zip, and you can extract files here. So there's 2 programs, and I'll try and put those links in the description for you guys. But what you want to do is right click on that and extract, because most of you probably know how to extract. So we're just going to extract the files from there. And once that's done, you can see your files are in here, and it also includes this one, which is a zip file, and it includes more stuff, but we don't have to necessarily extract that. So the next thing we want to do is go over here. I made a shortcut to my desktop from the SDK folder, and one called Platform Tools, and you should be familiar with that. What you want to do is highlight all those and click copy, close out of that, come over here, right click, and paste them in the folder with Android KitKat here. Close out of that once they're pasted in there, and do the same thing for this folder. Go ahead and extract files here, and this is the actual Lollipop version. If we have time, I'm going to try and flash Lollipop back on and show you how this works. So you can double click that, and there's Lollipop. Go back to your platform tools, because we'll need adb.exe there and fast boot. So copy all this stuff, close out of that, and paste it in that folder. Now, before I did it the other way around, I would actually copy these contents and put them in the platform tools folder. But it works better this way because you can delete the individual, I can delete this file now, and I can delete this one. Once it becomes obsolete, we can get rid of those, and it doesn't mess with our platform tools. So once you get all that done, we're going to go ahead and double click on the KitKat 444 and go in this folder. Once you're in this folder, this is considered, this directory here. So make it kind of big enough so you can click down here in the white area. What you want to do is hold down the Shift key on your keyboard and right click and choose Open Command Window here. and bring in your command window. Okay, now let's take a look at our Nexus 5 phone real quick down here in the video. So I said I had Lollipop on here. What we want to do is we got to go in and make sure we have developer options enabled. So go into your settings down here, scroll all the way to the bottom until you see where it says About Phone. Now, if you already have developer options listed there, then just go ahead and just wait here and we'll go in there and I'll show you what to do. But if you don't, you want to select About Phone and scroll to the bottom again where it has the build number there. What you want to do is click the build number, say 5 to 7 times. Okay, until it says you are now a developer. Simply click back and then you have developer options right there. Go ahead and select that. In developer options, you are looking for USB debugging down in the list here. So you just want to check mark the box. You're going to get a prompt. Just, lets us know this is enabling us to copy data between devices. Go ahead and select, well, make sure you select OK, but select OK for that, and then go back to your home screen. So now we have the phone all ready to go. Okay, we have USB debugging mode enabled, and we have our command window up. Now take your USB cable, your original USB cable for your device, which I just got to grab mine right here quickly, and go ahead and plug that into the bottom of your device. Make sure it's connected to your computer. Okay, so you will get a notification there at the top saying USB debugging mode is connected, so that's good. Now there is one more thing we want to check here on our Windows computer. Now you might have an icon over here. I don't know what version of Windows you're using. Maybe you guys are using Windows 7. What you want to do is it says My Computer, or it says Computer, or it says This PC. You want to right click on that icon and go to Properties and choose Device Manager. We just want to take a look in here at the Device Manager. If you see something like this that has a yellow question mark, then what we need to do is actually install the drivers for that. So you want to right click on that and click Update Driver Software, and you can tell it to search automatically, and we can see if it actually finds device. Okay, it says it's unable to install, so this is not going to work unless we correct that issue right there. So what I'm going to do is close out of that and go into my downloads folder, into Android, and I already did download the Google USB driver, so I know that my Google USB driver is right there, and that's the driver. So what I'm going to do is show you guys quickly. Just go to Android developers. Okay, type that into Google, and you want to go to Android developers, and at the very top here type in Google USB driver, and there it comes up in the list. Just select that, and what you'd want to do if you have a Windows computer and you're using the this Nexus device, click download that USB driver. That's a zip file. You're going to have to extract the contents of it once you get it downloaded to your computer. Okay, and then what you have to do is, let me just go ahead and get out of that. What we're going to do now is, I'm just going to minimize that for a minute. We're going to go back into the Device Manager. We're going to fix this problem right now. We're going to right click on that, Update Driver Software. Wherever you guys download that to, you're going to browse to that spot or to that folder. Make sure you unzip the folder, as well. So I'm going to go into Downloads, my Android folder here, and I'm going to choose the Google USB folder. And like I said, I did extract this, so all you need to do is highlight this folder right here, and it'll pull the correct driver out of there. Click OK, and then click Next. And it's going to ask you, you may get a prompt, you may not. Always, yes, you want to trust software, obviously, from Google. Windows has finished installing the device driver. So click Close. There you can see, guys, under Portable Devices, now that is gone. So that issue is fixed, and now I know that when I come into my command window here, and what you want to do is type in ADB devices, and it should go through and recognize the device, and there it is. That is the serial number to the device, my device, to the Nexus 5, but it says unauthorized. Okay, down here in the screen you can see I got a prompt. Okay, allow USB debugging. Okay, because it's like a secure connection with that RSA key. Just go ahead and check mark that to always allow. Click OK. And then what you want to do is run ADB devices again, and it should come up and say device or something similar to that. It's now changed from unauthorized to device. So we're good to go. You know, the phone is being recognized. If you're at this point and you're having some trouble getting it recognized, go ahead and unplug. Just go ahead and unplug your USB cable and plug it back in. And then sometimes that causes the prompt to come up, which will help get you connected. So at this point, I'm going to type in ADB reboot bootloader. And you want to make sure you're putting in spaces when you type that in, and then hit enter. You can see the phone turns off and it's restarting into fast boot. So now we are in fast boot, and then down here you can see where it says secure boot enabled in green, and under that it says lock state locked. So what I want to do is unlock this. You have to unlock before you can flash any image on there. So type in fast boot space OEM unlock and hit enter. Now you see I get a prompt on the phone, unlock bootloader. Use the volume keys over here to select yes. You can read down through that. Of course, it just gives you, to prevent, it just tells you what's going on there. So go ahead and read that. But in order to do this, guys, we got to select yes with the power button here. Just go ahead and press power button for yes. Now you can see it's actually saying erasing, and lock state changed to unlocked, and it says erasing in green right there by my thumb, and that went away. So that will actually erase your phone and all data right there. Now when you relock it, it doesn't do that, but when you OEM unlock, it does. So now we're unlocked and we can flash this image. Now all we have to do is, there's a .bat file right here that says flash-all. You can either double click that, or down here on the screen in the command window, we can type flash-all and hit enter. And it is going to go through the flash process and reinstall KitKat onto the phone. So you can see down here, I'll see if I can't focus up a little bit on the phone over here, what's going on. But you're going to get, it jumping around a little bit as far as in and out the screens. It may reboot and things like that. So you can see it going through some things there, downloading, erasing. Also, if you guys notice it say archive.sig and things missing, there's like 2 or 3 things there. Don't worry about that. It doesn't apply. But you can see on the phone what it's doing there. So this is a really easy way of doing this, because those folders I created up there, like on the desktop, we can always delete them, and our platform tools are fine. We can use those platform tools anytime we want. We're not filling that folder up with a bunch of images. And if there's enough time here, guys, I just want to show you that KitKat's back on here. And like I said, you will receive the future OTA notifications, because this is official, this is stock. You're going to be back to normal. And basically the process that we just went through, enabling all that stuff, developer options, USB debugging, you would have to do all that again if you want to flash Lollipop. And we already have Lollipop all ready to go up here in this folder. So it's gone through the process right there, guys, a writing system. You can see what it's doing down here on the device. Soon it will be done and we can exit, and the phone will either reboot or we can reboot it, and we should have KitKat. So we'll just wait here a minute. Should be getting there. It says finished. Okay, I'm going to set the phone down just a moment. You can see there's a little lock down there now. It's unlocked. That means the bootloader's unlocked. If it's up to you guys if you want to relock the bootloader. If you already unlocked it, you can relock it if you want by running fastboot OEM lock. But if you want to kind of play around with different operating systems, and you're using these factory images, you're perfectly fine to leave it unlocked and flash other images, which we're going to do here quickly. So over here it says click any key to exit, so I'm just going to exit out of that, and I'm going to close out of that screen too. I'm actually going to go to the Lollipop one here and open that up and take a look in this folder. Now that whole process we just went through to flash KitKat, we can go right back through and do it with Lollipop. So we'll just give it just a moment to boot up. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, guys, but as thorough as well. So there we have our, I believe that's the KitKat screen coming up there, the circles. So, but what I'm going to do is very quickly show you that KitKat's on here, and we're going to flash Lollipop back on. So at this point, guys, that's pretty much all I have for the video here. And if you want to stick around, you can watch. I'm just going to go ahead and go right back through the process and put Lollipop back on. Actually, I'm going to flash Lollipop 501. We'll just give that just a minute. All right, there it is. Let's just go ahead and get through the setup quickly. I'm going to skip through everything just to get to our desktop if I'm able to. I don't know if it'll allow me to do it. Setup complete, ready to use. There is KitKat. We flashed back to KitKat 444, and we'll probably get notifications, like if I connect to the internet, I'm not sure. We'll probably get OTAs but right away. So let me go into the settings real quick and show you guys. There is Android version 444. So yeah, there's a Nexus 5 downgraded back to Android KitKat 444. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go straight back in here though. I'm just going to add this into this video quick. We're going to scroll down to where it says about phone. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Double click this 5 to 7 times until it says you are now a developer there. Click the back arrow. Go into developer options and check mark USB debugging again. And click OK. Now you get a prompt up there. It says it's connected. Go back to the home screen. Now guys, we're connected again. All you have to do is, I'll close out of this, just show you where we're at. Go back over. Now if you want to flash Lollipop back on, just double click your Lollipop folder. Go into your folder. You have everything in there that you need. Down here in the white area, hold the shift key down on your keyboard. Right click and left click open command window. Pull that in here and run ADB reboot bootloader, and make sure that you're using spaces when you're typing that stuff in. Make sure your phone stays on too. Hit enter. Oh, it says device not authorized. So ADB devices, type that in. It says unauthorized. So first type in ADB devices. If it says unauthorized, all you got to do, like I said, unplug it and plug it back in. And you're going to get that prompt. Go ahead and check mark that and select OK. So we're just allowing connection to the computer. Now run ADB devices again. And there you can see the serial number to the phone, and it says device, so we're back to normal. Now we can run ADB reboot bootloader. So once that's all typed in, oh, I typed it in wrong. ADB reboot bootloader. Then just hit enter. Getting in a little bit of a hurry there. Now we're back at fast boot, and you can see, guys, we are still unlocked, so your OEM unlocked will stay unlocked until you actually run the command to, do it. Now, since we're in this directory, all you have to do is right here it says flash-all.bat. This time around, you can type it in just like we did before, just like we got done doing there, or I'm just going to go ahead and double click it. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry. Click the .bat file. Click that and you can see it starts. Sorry guys, I actually clicked the .sh, but you click flash-all.bat, double click it, and I guess we don't even need this window open. It opened up a brand new one. So what we're doing is flashing Lollipop back on the phone, and these things that come up here, boot.sig, recovery.sig, don't even worry about those. If you run into any issues here, say you're using a different device and it says image not found or something, I have a video helpful to that as well. And you have to basically flash things one by one. So as you can see, again guys, I know we're at about 20 minutes with this video, but I'm trying to get 2 flashes done in once. Downloading. And you can see it's going to go through some things. And this is why you wouldn't want to OEM lock, because if you fast boot OEM lock again, then you're not going to be able to keep flashing images back and forth. I could sit here and flash back and forth and downgrade and upgrade all day long. You just have to remember to go through the processes we're going through. Enable USB debugging. Make sure you have the Windows driver installed, which once you install that up here under the device manager, you'll be good to go. So I find it easy to do it this way. This video is a little long, but I like the method of creating folders over here, and I can just leave them. So I can use the phone running Lollipop for a month, come back, open this folder up, flash on KitKat, downgrade back to KitKat. So that is pretty much that. We'll just give this a minute. It's probably going to take, KitKat or Lollipop seems like it takes just a little bit longer to load up onto the phone as far as when it reboots. So some of you may be sitting for a little while. Now it's doing user data. You know, something as far as like when we're talking about the phone itself, well, there it's finished, but when we're talking, and you can still see the lock because I didn't relock it. You don't have to. As far as voiding your warranty, this phone of mine doesn't even have a warranty anymore. So I like to do this stuff because, you know, it's good learning stuff and it's fun. And it gives me more options with my phone, and I can fix my own stuff in my own phone, and it's just cool. So there's Android Lollipop back on the phone. Alright guys, there is Android Lollipop. Again, don't forget to click thumbs up please, and comment, and thanks a lot guys for watching. I hope this video helps you out, and you guys have a great one.